Hello friends, in this video we will see some brief information about Home tab of Microsoft Excel 2016. This Home tab contains the most frequently used command options such as cut, copy, paste, font formatting, alignment, number conditional formatting, etc. All the options are used to format the data, basically for only data. And this is the tab which is the default tab whenever you open Excel first time or any time. The default tab open, it is what? The Home tab. Now in this Home tab, we have 7 different groups. Among those 7 different groups, the first group which you see, it is Clipboard. It is called Clipboard. Now in this Clipboard group, we have some frequently used commands. Frequently used command just like cut, copy, paste, and also we have format painter, which we use to do some these uh, very frequently used commands, like we want to do some copy from the cell text, we want to copy the content of the cell, we want to cut the content of the cell, and then we want to paste them somewhere else. So this is the most frequently used command we have here in this first group. So as you can see here, I'm on the Excel sheet and by default the Home tab is open. And the first group is this Clipboard group. Here I have these most frequent used commands. So if suppose I want to copy something, I click on copy. Now it is copied, and then I can go wherever I want to paste, and then I can paste, and you can see it is paste here. When you paste, you have some advanced options to paste to choose from. There are some options like normal paste. You can paste a formula if the cell contain formula. So you can paste only formula without value. Then you can paste the formula with the number formatting. You can keep the source formatting. You have no border option. You have option to keep the source width. As you can see here, this width of the cell is not same as this one. So if I select this, now you can see it is increasing the width of the cell. Same as you have option to use transport, like from here to there. You have other option to use only value, only number and number formatting and value, and you have value and source formatting. You have option to keep the formatting only without value. Any link there, then you can only paste the link, picture and all that. So these are some advanced options for this. Then you have option to use this format painter. So if any cell has a unique format and you want to use the same format in another cell, then you can use this format painter. For example, this cell, I color with the cell. Now this is a unique, this is a different color of the cell. Now I want to make the same color to this cell. So what I can do, I select this, use the format painter, and as you can see, our mouse is now looking like a brush. Then you can select what cell you want to format with the same format. So I will click this one, and now you can see it is using the same color format which is using this cell. So this is the first group. We have Clipboard group, which do these things, most frequently things which we use. The next group is the font group. This font group use this option to change the font style, size. We can make them bold, italic, we can underline them. These are the options related to mostly formatting your text of the cell. You can increase the size, you can change the style, you can make a border, you can fill the color, you can change the text color. So you can use this group to manage your cell content. For example, here if I want to change this is my header row, it is not looking different. So I can select this, I can change it with different font style. I can increase the font. I can even use this increase and decrease style. I can use make them bold, it is already bold, italic, underline. I can make it border. wherever I want, all border. Now these cells are in border. So then I can make them color. I can select them. I can highlight those cells with these different colors. Now I'm using the fill color dark, so font is not visible. So I can change the font color also to look different, a light color or something. Then this is the group which you use to format your text. Then the next group is alignment group. This alignment group is used to align your text from the cell. You have horizontal and vertical alignments where you can change your text in the cell to be in the right side, left side, middle, center, or top, bottom, or even middle. You can increase and decrease the indent for the text in the cell. You can use the text wrapping also. You can use merging the cell also, and also you can change the direction of the cell also, the text of the cell. Like you have here, if you see this, it is by default, it is here. If you see in the alignment group, it is aligned to middle, it is aligned to bottom. You can change it, you can make it align, it is right already, you can go for middle, you can change it to right side, you can change it to top, middle, bottom. You can change the indent option for the text inside the cell, and you can use the text wrapping. Text wrapping, suppose it is not this text, it is not showing the full text because the height of the row is not enough to show the full text, so you can do text wrap. And now you can see, you can do it is, if it is not working, then you can do text wrap. It is not showing, you can do text wrap. Then you can merge the cell. Suppose I don't want to do the text wrap, so I can merge the cell. I can use 1 and 2 cell, or suppose 3 cell, so to show this text, and then I can say merge, and now they are using at a single cell. You can have different option for merging also, like merge across, merge cell, and unmerge. You can do unmerge also. You can also change the direction of your text, like you have option like this, like you is about angle center counterclockwise. Now you see it is going like this. You can change it to you can change it to angle clockwise like this, or you can change it to vertical like this, or you can change it to rotate up or rotate down. So this is the options we have in this alignment group. Then the next group in the home tab is number group. This number group defines the number formatting into your cell. By default, all the cells contains the general number formatting. General number formatting, where we can add any value, it will take it as a general. We can change the number formatting to change it to currency, we can change it to percentage, we can change it to date, time, fraction, etc. This is help the Excel to identify the data properly. So when you use any formula or function on that data which is defined as a date, so Excel can understand that this is the date data, so it can work, the function can work properly. Or is it a currency, or is it a percentage? So you can define the data number formatting by directly selecting from here, from this command. You can change it to currency, you can change it to percentage, and if you are having a decimal data, then you can increase and decrease the decimal, or you can click on this drop down to choose the number formatting. By default, when you add any data, Excel automatically detect the formatting, most of the data, if it is correctly input. If you put correctly the date, it will automatically detect the formatting. Otherwise you can change it to from here. So if you want, then like if you see here, these are normally general. We can change it to number, is it currency, accounting, short date, long date, time, percentage, fraction, scientific, or we can have a more option to select from in detail, where you can choose the custom also. So it is on us what you want to do. Like I want to change it to currency. So if I click on currency, now you see it is looking like it is adding the dollar symbol here. If I want to change it to, I can change it to currency. I can change it to uh, percentage. Now it is showing as a percentage. I can change it to number, normal number. So we can do this by selecting from here. On also we can increase and decrease the decimal. If you are having, if this is having a 2 decimal point, so you want to increase or decrease, you can change it from here. Suppose I want to decrease it, so it is decreasing. I can increase it, but as you can see here, when I decrease the decimal, so dot 27, if I decrease, it says dot 3. It is not increasing the size actually. Actual size you can see here in the formula bar. The actual value which is going to use when we use any function or formula on that cell. But because we decrease the decimal point, it is not able to show 27. So now it is showing 3, the round figure. So mostly it shows the round figure if it is possible. So this is what the number formatting group. The next group is the style group. This style group we have in this the conditional formatting, where we can use to highlight the cells based on some conditions. What we do here, like I highlight these cells, but I highlight these cells by myself, but we can create some conditions, like automatically it will highlight those cells based on some conditions. If you create, then you have option to create the tables. So if you're having a data and you want to convert it into table, then you can use this format. It is format as the table command. It is having a predefined table designs which you can choose from. Then also you can change, instead of changing one by one cell, you can use this drop down menu, the style menu. From here you can choose predefined styles for your cell. So in this group, styles group, first we have this conditional formatting, where we can define some conditions to highlight. For example, I say in this cell I have lots of values here, or let's say in this both cells, but I want to highlight those values which is only which is between let's say 40 to 45. So manually I have to look for each value to highlight. But if I want, it is lots of data and it is not possible for me to highlight every cell manually to see the value and then highlight it. So I can use this conditional formatting. I can use this cell highlight cell rule. Let's say greater than, less than, between, equal to, whatever you want. Let's say I go with between. So I say I want the range between 15 to 55. Let's say 45. And I want to highlight. Now how you want to highlight? You have these other options. I want to highlight with the yellow, fill with the dark yellow text. And okay. Now you can see these values which is in the range, they are highlighted like this. So it is easy for me now to understand or highlight or see those ranges, those values which is coming into that range. So it makes easy for you to understand those range. That is called conditional formatting we have. And if suppose this data I want to convert it into table, so here we have option to convert it into table. So you select this data which you want to convert it into table, and then you can go here format as a table, and here you have some predefined tables to choose from. So you can choose according to what you want and what your data is. Then you can select one of these design. uh, let's for example I select this one. It is asking the range I have already selected. If you have not selected the range, then still you can select from here. Then it is asking that your data is having a header or not. So my data is having a header. If you don't, then you can remove it. I say my data is having a header, and then I press OK. Now it is converted as a table, and you can see the color and the height, width, these are automatically adjusted. And also you can see this filter menu here in every header cell. Then you have option to use these cell styles. These are some predefined styles to choose for. So as you can see, I hover the mouse there, it changes the style. So if you select the cell, so individually you can format each cells, or you can choose like this different predefined formatting of your cell, like a heading, heading 2, heading 3, title, whatever. There are lots of options here to choose from. This is for particular cell style, and this is what your styles group. Then the next group in the home tab is cells group. In this cells group, we can create, we can insert, we can delete, we can insert cell and row and column, we can insert sheet, we can delete row, column or cell, and also we can delete the sheet. And also we can do format those cells and sheets. Formatting means you can increase and decrease the height of the cell and the column and the row, and also you can show and hide those columns and rows, and also then you can increase this, change the sheet options also. So here in this we have option to insert cells and rows. Like I select here in this row, I want to add a new row here. So I select the row and I go here, I click on the insert command. It inserted one row here. If I want to insert new column here, so I'll click on the column and then I say insert, and it is now inserted a column here. So you have to select the one which you want to add before. So if I want to add before this, so you select here, so it will add here. Same as selection adding, you can remove also. So if you want to remove this column, select this and then delete. If you want to remove this row, select and delete. You have other options also, like if I select one cell, Switzerland, and I say here I have option to insert cell in the drop down. So if I click new cell, now it is asking me that where you want to insert the cell. You want to shift the cell down, that means the cell which is already there, so this cell will be shifted down and the new cell will come here. Or you want to shift the cell up, but doing this option can sometimes be tricky, because if you see the Switzerland, so this is the country name and this is the other data which is in this column C, D and E. These are related to this column. So if you change the cell, then this data will be corrupt. So if suppose I say move the cell down and create new cell there, so it has created here, so this is moved down but this data is not moved. That means it is now mismatch. So this Switzerland data is this, but now we are having a mismatch here. So inserting a cell, single cell, can be a tricky thing. So instead of inserting the cell, mostly we do not insert the cell, we mostly insert the row or column. So we can insert the row or we can insert the column, but mostly we don't insert single cell. Same as that, if you try to delete drop down, you have option to delete the cell. So mostly when you try to delete, again it says what you want. You want to delete when you delete this, so shift the cell up, so this will come up and this data will again corrupt because it will mismatch. Or if you shift it down, then this will come down and it will also corrupt. So mostly we don't remove or we don't add single cell or delete single cell. Either we do what, entire row or entire column. So whether you are adding or removing, mostly we do what, do it for row or column. And also we can do add new sheet. We can add new sheet and also we can delete the sheet. Then we have this formatting command, where when you drop down you will see these different commands to change the height of the row or change the column width, or you can choose auto fit. We can do it manually also, like you go here and you drag it to the size of the row. You can change it, and if you want to auto fit, double click, and then you can use this also to move and change the size of the columns, or you can use double click to auto fit. Same thing we can do it from here. If I want to change cell height or row, so I can select here, I want to change the row height. So right now you say it is 73.5, so I can change it to anyone which I want, and now it is like this. Or we can use auto fit and it will adjust according to the text. Same as for the column, you can change the width of the column, or you can use the auto fit, or even you can use the default. If you go for the default for the column, it will say that 8.09. This is the default value for every column you have in the Excel sheet. The other thing is here to hide and show, to hide and unhide. You can hide rows, columns and sheet, and you can unhide those rows, columns and sheet. So if you want to hide, suppose I want to hide these two columns, I go here and I click on hide these two columns. Now these two columns are not showing, but they are still there. Now if I want to see those columns again, then I will select the whole data and I say unhide, and now they are unhide. Then we can do use sheet. So you can rename the sheet, you can rename here, or you can directly right click and rename on the sheet, same option. Then you can do move and copy the sheet. You can move it from here and for before this sheet, or go to end. You can move and copy. If you want to do copy, select this. If you don't want to do copy, it will only move, don't select it. You can also do it from here. Also you can drag and drop also. And also you can use the color for your sheet tab. Though this is the sheet tab, and you can color the sheet tab to highlight the sheet, like I say blue. It is not showing, but if you go there you can see the sheet color is blue. Then the other option is to protect your sheet. You can protect your sheet for editing. If you click this, it gives you the option to protect your sheet from the password, and allow all users of this worksheet to do what? Select the locked cell and select unlocked cell. So they can select the cell. If you want to give some other permissions, then you can choose from here. Right, by default it is having this permission. I log with the password ABC and I say okay. Retype the password. Read this caution. It is saying that you cannot recover the password if you forgot. So be careful what password you are giving. Now this sheet is locked. We can select the sheet, but if you try to edit the sheet, you can't edit because it is already locked. If you want to unlock, you can see here there is no option showing here because it is already locked. So for unlocking it, you have to go again and then you will see unprotect the sheet. And then you have to give the password, the right password. And now you can do all these things now. Same as you have option to lock the cell will be locked, and when you do protect the sheet, then you have option here to choose that whether the locked cell they can select or not. If I say no, they cannot select the locked cell. Now if I protect with the password, so now you see we cannot select the cells, but only the cell we can select is this, because this is what not lock. Other cells can't select, but only this cell I can select, and then I can do unprotect it again. Now I can select any other cell also. So this is, we have this option to format this, protect your sheet or cell. We can allow some cell to work, other than that we can protect. And then we have option to format the cells, like again this is the same option here. We have number formatting, which we can choose how we want to format your cell, like currency, accounting, general, number, whatever. So this is what we have in this cell group. Then the last group in home tab is this editing group. In this editing group, we have this AutoSum command, where we have some predefined command, the most common command which we use in the Excel sheet, like sum, average, count, maximum, minimum. So it do automatically those things. Then you have fill command, which used to fill the continuous values or copy, or we can fill it with series. Then we have option to clear. We can clear the content, we can clear the formatting, we can clear formulas and all these things. Then we have option to sort and filter. Then we have option to find something in our sheet, and we have option to select something in our sheet. Like here, if I want to use some formula, so if I go down here, now in this cell, I go here in this editing group, we have AutoSum functions. If you drop down, you will see these AutoSum options. Now if suppose I want to see here what is the maximum number, so I use this function. Now automatically it selected this range and the formula is entered in that cell, and when I press enter, now it is showing me this is the maximum number in this range. Here if I want to do sum, I go here and I say I want to do sum. Now automatically it added the range and the formula and enter. So this is what it is, automatically do these things. We don't have to select the range, we don't have to type the function anything. That is why it is called AutoSum functions. Then we have option to fill. Fill means it can copy the cell, and also it can use to fill the series. If suppose I have one here in this cell, and if I want to copy it to multiple cells, then I can use this fill handle. So instead of using this fill handle, this is the same thing. This is the same thing. We can do it from here. So if I don't use the fill handle, I only select the cells, then I can use it from here. What do you want? Fill down, fill right, up or left. I want to do fill down, so I select this and it is doing fill down. It is doing by default copy. If you want to do anything else, then you can click here you can use this series option, like you want to fill it as a series. So it asks how you want to fill. You want to fill in the column or row. So this is column, so it is by default selected column. You want linear, growth, date, autofill. This is what number, so I'll go with linear. You can put the number from start to end also. I said start, no end. I said okay. Now it is filled the value. Or we can use the fill handle also. Now if you are using fill handle, it is by default do the copy. If you know, see, if you want series, then you go here and you choose fill series. So both options, either you do it from here using the fill handle, or you can do it from here, this command. Then you have option here to clear. Clear means you want to clear something. Suppose if you select and you have clear all, that means it will clear everything. For example, here I select this cell. If I say clear all, it will clear everything from there. Content, formatting, everything. Now if I say don't clear everything, just clear the formatting. So now you see the cell is gone back to the default. It is not having any formatting, no font style, no color, nothing. Or you can clear the content only. It will only remove the content, no formatting. So I select the cell, I say remove content, only remove the content, no cell value. Or we can remove the comment, clear the comment. If it is there, it is not there. If it is having an hyperlink, then you can remove, clear the hyperlink also. Right now it is not having any link, so it will not remove anything. Then we have option to do this filter and sorting. Filter and sorting. First you have sorting. Sorting means A to Z, Z to A. Like if you are having a character number here, alphabetical character, then it will go for A to Z sorting, like it is starting from A, B, C, D. Or you can sort from Z to A. Or if it is a numerical cell, numerical values, then you can, it will go from A to Z, means it will go from small to large, small to large. And if you say Z to A, then it will go large to small. Also we can use filters, or we can use custom sorting also, where we can define the list from here. And also we have option to choose the filter. Filter, that means you select the cell and then header cell, it must need header cell. If you don't have header cell, then it will be difficult for you. So this is my header cell which is saying country. I want to enable the filter here. So I click here and now I have filter for every cell here. Now I can use the filter to filter those things which I want to see. Right now it is showing all. I don't want to see all. I want to see only Afghanistan. I click here and say okay. Now it is showing only Afghanistan, no other data. You want to clear the filter, clear the filter. So this is for using the filter. If you don't want to use the filter now, then remove this. Again it is gone. Then you have option to find. Find, you want to find something in your sheet. Find, press find next and it goes there. Find next, no, I have only one word. Then you can do find and replace also, where you can find something and change with something else. Replace, and you can see it is replaced. Then also you can do here go to, if you want to go to some specific place. Right now we have only one table, so we don't have anything else to go. Then you can go to special. Here you can choose where you want to go. Right now you don't have, we are no comment. You can go to any other thing, like I say blank, so I click blank. Now you see it is selecting all the blank cells. These cells are blank, this is not blank, so it is not selecting what, those are not blank. Same as you can have other options also. Then you can go to the formula. If your cell contain, if your sheet contain any formula, then it will go to there. It is there some formula. Yes, it is there. You can see the formula is here. These two cells contain the formula. Then you can go to comment, any comment. You can go to the conditional have. If you have, then it will take you directly. Constant, no have. Do we have data validation? Have. We can select this objects, but right now don't have any objects. Then we can go for the selection pane. Selection pane is this. In the right side, it opens the selection pane where you can choose what you have in your sheet. If you're having an images, shapes, smart art, then you can see all those things here, text box and all that. And you can select them, you can rearrange them, you can bring forward, send backward, you can do that from this selection pane. And that is the last thing we have in this home tab. So I hope you have liked this thing, and next time we will see the other tab. Thank you and have a good day.